Of all the days them. Don't tell me say I cut no cut off my internet. Don't do it. Do not do it. That the one or the other one. Don't do it. Hey, comment is scrambling.
Stand up pan stage and laugh over. Can't mock people when you're there do the right thing. People out there losing life, Mr. Jonas. People out there so hungry and homeless and know a road out there so want fix and you stand up and mock Mr. Mark Golin. Look on the two big man them. Look on the band them on the one way out there so run up and down and vote for. And you can come out serious on stage, come turn up and talk, say the police them well trained. If you kick down your door and kick you down. But you stand up and laugh, Mr. Mark Golin in front, hundreds of people and take things to joke. I don't know about labor right on them, but the PNP, they need a changes. We need help. You see me, Mr. Mark Golin.
So Ryan Campbell, what up, man? Sassy 81 is. Are you guys hearing me now? Man, I got a serious. Oh man, this is more serious than I thought. My phone, my iPhone, I can't even go live on my iPhone, man. There's no memory on that phone, like no memory. The memory on it is so bad, I can't even go live. That's why, because it's not the internet. The internet is working fine. I just realized it. It's the memory on the phone. The memory on the phone is not allowing me to stream. From the beginning of that live stream, I saw people come in and drop off. I'm like, wait a minute, what the hell going on? Everybody just dropping off. Shout out to Sassy81 for you know what I'm saying hello. Karen, you know, you guys, salute to you guys. Salute to you guys for saying hello. You know what I'm saying? Well, I gotta man, I gotta switch over. That phone is wow. That phone, I gotta get that phone fixed quick. As quickly as possible. But are you guys in the building? Salute to everybody. Talk to me, talk to me. I need y'all feedback. I need to hear. I need to know what's going on. If y'all are hearing me, um, yeah, I need to know because I'm kind of in the dark right now in terms of that. Hold on. All right. We got 16 people watching. Salute to everybody on the live. Let me check my phone to see if y'all can hear me. Let me go to this live. If you can hear me, put a 1 in the chat. If you can hear me, put a 1 in the chat. If you can hear me, put a 1 in the chat. If you can hear me, put a 1 in the chat. You guys definitely can hear me. All right, let's get it, man. Welcome everybody. Jamaica, be encouraged, but keep the pressure on. The devil is busy. The devil is busy. This whole entire organization, the Jamaica Labour Party, they are busy. Right? And the first thing I want to highlight, ladies and gentlemen, is this. Alright? Don't worry, the screen will change soon. It's going to be more, how should I put it? It's going to be more spread out. It's not going to be linear. There we go. So the screen has changed. So you guys are seeing it great. Okay, wonderful. Let me go to this. Let me play this for you. Girl, you can, and we can have it. Sharing is caring. Not gonna be long on this one. But I got to highlight this, man. We deserve better as a people. We deserve better representation as a people here in Jamaica. What we have right now that's in office is terrible. I'm sorry. You know, I just gotta call a spade a spade. What is going on with my man? This is not the day or the hour for this thing to be playing with me, bro. Stop playing with me, bro. Yeah, switch. As in switch accounts. What is going on right now? Maybe the oil on my hand is what is causing it. Because I was in the kitchen. Alright. Let me play it from you. Look can move. Listen, no, that's not it. Listen to this.
Yeah. Check, yeah. People. Yeah. Are you ready? People, are you ready? Yeah. Check. You look ready. You feel ready. I'm known ready. Yes, we're ready. Drunk or not, we're ready. Intoxicated or not, we're ready. Ready, we ready. Me say we've never been so ready before, Mr. PM. We're ready. Mr. Mark Golin. Hey, me know free rum that cost plenty money. Your rum now go cost with land and with beaches.
Yeah.
Your rum now go cost with land and with beaches. Mr. Mark Golin, if you can get back majority of the things I sell out of Jamaica, would I love you more. Would I give you a third term. If you can buy back all Marcus Garvey Park, take it back from them, we will give you a fourth term. If you can bring back Jamaica, Mr. Mark Golin, remember me tell you never lose election, you never lose a seat down there again. Mr. Mark Golin, if you do the right thing, me tell you, it's like a God come to Jamaica, come open heaven gate like how they open hell gate down there by legalizing Obia. Make a young youth them a go a Obia man now if you get rich they don't want to work.
Yeah.
I which big stupid people that get up and go legalized evil in their country who would open the heaven hell gate in their own country, bro, by legalizing Obia, bro. When you're supposed to lock up people who are the black magic, you have them advertising on TV in front of my picnic. Huh? And now you want to tell Mr. Mark Golin we need you. Drink some more rum and come. Give them more things to stand up and stage and laugh over. Can't mock people going every day and do the right thing. People out here losing life, Mr. Andrew. People out there so hungry and homeless and I know a road out here so want to fix and you stand up and mock Mr. Mark Golin. Look at the two big man them. Look at the man them on the one we out there so run up and vote for. And you can come out serious on stage, come turn up and talk, say the police them well trained. They kick down your door and kick you down. But you stand up and say laugh, Mr. Mark Golin in front of hundreds of people and take things to joke. Brother, I don't know about labor right and them, but the PNP they need a changes. We need help. You see me, Mr. Mark Golin, you are going to win election and I tell you do the right thing. Because if you come and do like this man are worse than him fast and how you go in here go come back out. Do the right thing. Now is your time, now is the people them chance, brother. You are the people them party. The people national party.
I want to play a clip.
Yeah. Check, yeah.
People on the ear the young guy there. I'm big up Anissa Bella Rose as she. Me hear the audio there, part of me find it. I don't find him. It's a youth that me follow up on TikTok, you know. Seeing? Yeah, man. A youth that even come on that church from labor rights. Cause the youth them a wake up, you know. Yeah, man, the youth them a wake up, my people. Youth them a wake up, it tricks them. I remember say the prophet did tell us that was going to happen. Prophet told us that the kids, the people, the Jamaicans, the veil would be lifted from their eyes. Now let me go to Sonny. How you doing? Greetings. Let's go to this clip, ladies. I want to listen to this. Listen to this.
I want to play a clip, Raleigh. I want you to listen to this clip. I want you to listen to this clip. Yeah.
When I hear it,
the JUTC for the first time in many years has made a profit.
no, what I was saying is that this man Mackenzie should be ashamed of himself and his party to make this statement. Why do I say that? What he's admitting is that his party is a failure. Because for the first time in many years, JUTC has made a profit. And that means under their leadership, the JUTC hasn't made a profit in a while. So what does that mean? Doesn't that confirm that they are a failure in managing a simple entity like the JUTC? Was the JUTC making a profit when the PMP was handling it? Just asking. And you guys can go do your research. So, that's one. Let's go back again.
I want to play a clip, Raleigh. I want you to listen to this clip. Yeah. I want you to listen to this clip. Yeah.
The JUTC for the first time in many years has made a profit. Them no one we talk about it.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
What did you say? Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Stop lying. Stop lying. Stop lying. Stop.
You hear that, Raleigh?
Which profit JUTC make? No. JUTC is slated to lose about $26 billion this year.
Uno hear what Ralston Hyman say. Ralston Hyman does not talk things that he doesn't know. He's a man that is strictly analytical and go off of numbers and facts. They are slated to lose how much billion? Ralston?
You hear that, Raleigh?
Which profit JUTC make? JUTC is slated to lose about $26 billion this year.
26 billion?
Emotional damage.
So Mr. Desmond Mackenzie, how you make a profit while losing $26 billion? Me just ask, because the maths they not maths. The maths they not maths. The not maths at all, my general.
Last year. Last year.
That's garbage, man.
No, Raleigh.
No.
You hear how?
No, me can't recognize the voice.
Listen again, Raleigh.
Listen again, Ralston.
Right.
Sorry, Ralston.
The JUTC for the first time in many years has made a profit. Them no one we talk about it.
Okay. Well, I don't expect nothing better from that individual because the man they enumerate, so I don't really expect nothing different.
No, but how you make a statement like that?
I don't even can read the book that them things are coming out. So,
No, this man came to Port Antonio and told a group of laborites that the JUTC made a profit last year.
Rubbish.
What?
Rubbish.
Take everybody to eat that children.
Rubbish.
The JUTC had an operating loss of 9.693 billion last year before the government subsidy, And after the JUTC subsidy and grant, it was $12.3 billion.
$12.3 billion.
Wow.
And for this year, 25-26 is projected at $17.9 billion. That's one I consider what I'm chatting, sir.
$12.3 billion loss. And Desmond McKenzie standing beside the Member of Parliament for East Portland.
Yep.
Told the people that JUTC made a profit.
Just
and them no want to talk about it. Desmond, you can't talk about it. Cannot no go so.
No go so.
Let me give the further details. The income of the company for last year was only 1.3 billion. And them had expenses, operating expenses of 11 billion. Bank charges 687 million. Depreciation 1.938 billion. For a total loss before subsidy of $12 billion. And then the government had to give them a subsidy of $10 billion. Yeah.
So that is 22 billion?
22 billion. Let me play that again because facts, numbers don't lie. No, talk to them, Mr. Rasta.
Rubbish.
What?
The man take everybody to eat that still.
Barbara, what's up?
The JUTC had an operating loss of 9.693 billion last year before the government subsidy, and after the JUTC subsidy and grant, it was $12.3 billion.
$12.3 billion.
Mighty God.
And for this year, 25-26 is projected at $17.9 billion. That's one I consider what I'm chatting, sir.
$12.3 billion loss. And Desmond McKenzie standing beside the Member of Parliament for East Portland told the people that JUTC made a profit.
And she clapped in.
Want to talk about it. Desmond, you can't talk about
There's
it.
no profit.
Let me give the further details. The income of the company for last year was only 1.3 billion. And them had expenses, operating expenses of 11 billion. Bank charges 687 million. Depreciation 1.938 billion. For a total loss before subsidy of $12 billion. And then the government had to give them a subsidy of $10 billion. Yep.
So that is 22 billion?
Correct. That's the point I'm making. You don't have a clue about what I'm talking about. And for those who doubt it, then can look at page 243 of the Jamaica Public Bodies Revenue and Expenditure Estimate for the year ended March 2026. Estimate for the Jamaica Public Bodies Revenue and Expenditure Estimate for the year ended March 2026.
Jamaica Public Bodies what? Hold on, let me see if I can Google that, people. Alright, Jamaica Public Bodies Entities. Let me just write them the word down with me here. So if anything I'm need to add in or take out.
It's 240, so I have a clue about what I'm talking about. And for those who doubt it, then can look at page 243 of the Jamaica Public Bodies Revenue.
Jamaica Public Bodies Revenue. Wait a minute.
Expenditure estimate for the year ended.
Expenditure estimates. And expenditure. Estimates. Year ending what? We are going to fax them, Ralston. As it take me a little while, but
March 2026. Revenue can look at page 243 of the Jamaica Public Bodies Revenue and Expenditure Estimate for the year ended March 2026.
Ooh, March 2026. Very interesting. All right, Jamaica Public Bodies Estimate, Ministry of Finance. Okay, here we go. Which page him said 246? 246. People, me are showing the evidence or else than I'm gonna talk about.
And it's 8.3 billion charges.
Me are showing the evidence. Where say what?
You don't have a clue about what I'm talking about. And for those who doubt it, then can look at page 243 of the Jamaica Public Bodies.
Page 243, you say. Where say when he made? Bolo, what I want to say, it body will sue me. Oh, don't make them sue you. No, sir. Me never see a government that want to hide the facts from the public, so I want to say to you guys out there, a government that hide facts is not a transparent government here. Let us all be very, very clear. That is a wicked government that want to hide facts about our public expenditure. Want to hide finer details. Let's go to the tape. Well, not the tape. 243, I believe. So 243. So this is 243, right? What are we looking at here? Real estate maintenance. Oh, this is not 243. This is 239. Let me go to 243. That's 240. Oh, this is 243. Okay. Income statement. For who? GOJ. Surplus. Total operating expenses. Let's get for it. Oh, the JUTC forecast a net deficit of 6.970 million 2024-2025. 10.9647 million. Wow. This is the JUTC, ladies and gentlemen. Damn. Summary operational plan. Jamaica Urban Transit Company Limited. People, see the details, the man sent me right at the page. And these figures are in the millions. So, this see there? A dollar with a M. So, if avoid the bag of zero, them just show you and have the point. But, wow. This is projected for 2025-2026. It is increasing. It's at 1.4 in 2023. You can see it right there on the chart. And then it went to 1.3 and it gone up back to 1.638. That's the total income, right? Going down now, operating expenses, insurance license, security, utilities, fuel, tires, everything in a detail. Operational loss, surplus before GOJ grant, surplus loss after GOJ grant. Okay. I be your numbers, the man of people. I think damn. So this is a picture jam now. Wow. Let me go up to the summer. The summer part. For 2025 financial year, the JUTC will seek to improve operational efficiency and expand its reach through increasing its fleet and extending its routes. The company's operational plan outlines a target improved passenger carry of approximately 27.8 million persons, up from 18.88 million. This will be supported by an average daily bus runout of 294 compared to 203. To facilitate the increased passenger carry, the company will seek to. This is what they're seeking to do. JUTC forecasts a net deficit of 6.97 million. Government subvention represents 10.964 total revenue. I need an economist. All these numbers are they need context. Unaudited, estimated, and projected. So between this unaudited, estimated, and projected, the conclusion is what I seek. At the top it says it have a deficit, that means it'll lose money. So where's the profit though? But I look Desmond Mackenzie with show more profit there. Anyway, we're gonna move on. So I actually find that we can always keep that. We're gonna move on to the next thing. I'm more of a highlight. I should have just kept sharing the screen. Bolo. Oh no. Okay. Nobody said anything in the chat, so we can move on. Man, if you lie, someone. Man, if you stop lie, brother. Stop the lie. Later on this evening, guys, 6 p.m. I'll be going live covering the Sentan rally meeting, parish meeting. That's gonna be tough. See it here. We have all the representatives from Sentan: Gabriela Morris, Danishka Williams, Mr. Ryan Simpson, and Kenneth Russell. We have Dayton Campbell, Julian Robinson, Lowton Cousins, Natalie Nita Garvey, Ian Bell, Cadian Harty, Shamil Brown, and Peter Gay Ferguson. Musgrave Square, St. Anne later on. So make sure some comers them in the area, make sure some in the building. Let's hear what Mr. Dr. Alfred Dawes has to say here.
For months, I am welcoming the Minister of Health and Wellness' recent public admission that Jamaica is in the midst of a healthcare crisis. For months, the Minister has criticized anyone who used the word crisis to describe the collapsing public healthcare system. His eventual concession is a welcome.
He needs some milk.
He continues to frame it only as a staffing issue, ignoring the broader systemic collapse. There are several key indicators of the crisis, each supported by recent reporting. There are ventilators left idle, while ICU beds are empty and patients wait and die for those beds. Despite mounting reports of unused ICU ventilators, the minister previously declined calls to address this. Staff burnout forces life or death triage decisions. PAHO has warned of healthcare worker shortages. The minister has already admitted that Jamaica is amongst the hardest hit. The premature infant deaths at the Victoria Jubilee hospitals due to inadequate staffing is just one example of how staffing impacts the quality of care of Jamaicans. The situation continues to worsen to suboptimal care stemming from personnel shortages in overcrowded A&E departments and understaffed clinics. In spite of this, recent reports reveal nursing graduates remaining unemployed, and next month, doctors will be unemployed despite severe shortages across the system. A crisis has been repeatedly denied and downplayed, even as we have warned of theater downtimes affecting cancer patients. This is not just a staffing issue. It is a healthcare crisis, a full-blown crisis. Jamaicans are paying with their lives. While we welcome the minister's admission as a road to Damascus, I am urging immediate, substantive action, robust workforce planning, retention initiatives, and transparent audits with a commitment to honest communication. Recognition without delivery leaves patients in corridors, theaters idle, and ICUs filled. This is unacceptable. Jamaicans deserve solutions. Recognition without delivery leaves patients waiting in corridors, theaters idle, and ICUs overflowing with critically ill patients, adults and babies. That is unacceptable. Jamaicans deserve solutions, not another PR spin.
The crisis is real. This is not just politics. This is life and death. Patients are dying while equipment sits unused. If that's not a crisis, what is? You can't fix what you refuse to face. I will always tell the people the truth, even when it's uncomfortable, because they deserve nothing less. I became a doctor to save lives, and I entered politics because I care about my people more than a PR spin. We need leaders who speak hard truths and act fast, not cover-ups. Jamaica deserves better, and that's exactly what I'm here to deliver. 24 babies died in 24 days at the Victoria Jubilee Hospital. That's not rhetoric. That's sad and a grievous reality. And the minister now, using the word crisis, after so much time and so many deaths, it is not out of compassion. It's because the people demanded it. My duty is to ensure our people get the health care they deserve. Because every delay, every excuse costs lives. Too many forget that public service is not about image. It's about impact. We weren't put here to elevate ourselves. We were put here to serve.
So, want to hear that. Health Ministry evaluates sector needs. We need to find that table. Because me tell us a Christopher tough time. Health Ministry evaluates sector needs. When it comes to healthcare, this don't really have much to do with politics more than if the political party and the member is not being proactive, then you know you have to lay blame upon them this. Yeah, you definitely have to lay blame upon them this. Right? Alright, let me just play for Andrew something. Play for Andrew. Girl, you can have it.
Weapons, I sounded like I was handguns. And
Yeah, you Jamaica.
Significant threat in Trelawney schools. The Ministry of Health says it is currently conducting a needs assessment to determine the resources required across the health sector. Now, this includes the creation of more posts to accommodate nurses graduating from training schools. Jamela Pullen is at the Nurse Practitioner of Jamaica Conference in Trelawney, where the issue was raised.
In the recent World Health Organization State of the World's Nursing Report 2025, it was revealed that the number of nursing graduates has declined in the Americas. This presents a significant threat to the sustainability of the profession in the region, where 40% of countries already have less than the WHO recommended 30 nurses per 10,000 population. In Jamaica, some nursing graduates are unable to find jobs, this even in light of a chronic shortage. Chief Nursing Officer in the Ministry of Health, Patricia Ingram Martin, explained there are currently about 6,000 nurses in the public hospitals and health centers, though the system needs around 11,000 to function properly.
We do have nurses who are not employed, persons have been applying to our institutions, but the challenge is that we do not have enough posts. We do not have the posts for these nurses to be employed. There was a time in the past when nurses were, although there was a need, they would have been employed in excess. So although there were no posts, they were still employed.
She says it reflects a deeper structural challenge within the healthcare system.
Our cadre, our establishment is really archaic. That was from in the 70s. And so we have a limited number of posts that we have. And although in recent times we would have gotten up about 1,500, that still is not in keeping with the needs that we have in our health system now. Because over time we would have developed our services, we would have built more hospitals, and we have added more essential services. And so there is a need for these nurses.
To address the situation, Mrs.
No, more of it soon in on that part, ladies and gentlemen, right? Because you see, here what it is, say it's archaic. That means that there's need for change. There's always need for change and improvement. So what the PMP did in the past, they did. You understand? So when you have constant development, you know that, all right, they're going to have more hospitals being built. Right? So you know, say, the body of nurses and doctors is going to increase because the infrastructure amount is expanding. So more hospitals. But we have a case now where you can see Canal Regional Hospital is a stall. It's stagnant. It's not moving. Years and years and years and years have passed. And you would think that a government like JLP, that, you know, they boasted that we are the right ones to bring the country forward, but they have failed in that regard. And all I see the Prime Minister doing when he goes on platform is blame the PMP for the 18 years. That's all I see them doing, blaming the PMP for the 18 years. And I don't understand how some Jamaicans, not all, because the young people are waking up, how some Jamaicans have allowed them to get away with that. I really don't understand. But let's continue.
Ingram Martin says the Health Ministry is undertaking a comprehensive needs assessment. This process will evaluate the current availability of services, identify resource gaps, and help determine the staffing and infrastructure needed to meet growing healthcare demands.
We will need our nurses and our midwives to work in these institutions. So the ministry has done a needs assessment of all the needs that are coming on stream and that are already here. And we are looking to see what we will now request from the Ministry of Finance in terms of additional posts.
The Ministry of Health is unable to give a timeline as to when these posts will be made available. However, it is reassuring nurses who are unemployed that they will be able to take up jobs in the public health system soon. Reporting from the nurse practice.
Hey, that's so like one promise though, ladies and gentlemen. What do we know about the promises of the JLP? They hold no weight. The promises of the JLP hold no weight. Nurses, do not be fooled. Do not be fooled. Christopher Tufton and the JLP is not the answer. Alright? As far as I'm concerned, the way how I see them mismanaging the health sector, it is quite alarming, and I believe it's on purpose. That's where I'm at with it. It's because you have an opposition spokesperson like Dr. Dawes that is literally giving them the game, because at the end of the day it's about the people of Jamaica, and Dr. Dawes loves the people and wants to make sure that he protects the people of Jamaica. Right? It's not about power for him. If Christopher Tufton was doing a good job, Dr. Dawes would say he's doing a good job. You understand? And if there was something he believed he could tweak to make things a little better, Dr. Dawes would probably tell him. Because Dr. Dawes wants the people to receive good treatment. He actually cares. You understand? He actually is empathetic and simple. He's a true and genuine doctor. Right? That has love for the people. And if you check his record in terms of service to the people as being a doctor, you see it's really not about the money for him. You understand? So this is quite sad, ladies and gentlemen, and All I hear is more promises more than anything else. I don't really see anything tangible coming from this. But there's something that the Prime Minister said. See if I can find it. That Andre played last night. I think it's right here.
9 years. And then he has a problem with the
logic of this argument.
Listen to this.
And I want you to follow me a little bit more along the logic of this argument. Every government should be able to build upon the legacy of the government that is. The PNB has not left us any legacy in water. It has not left us any legacy in road. It has not left us any legacy in education. It has not left us any legacy in health.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
Stop lying. Stop lying. Stop lying.
What the
Stop.
hell? Oh my God, no way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Holness just told a group of people that is brain dead that the PMP has not left any legacy in water. The PMP has not left any legacy in roads. The PMP has not left any legacy in education. The PMP has not left any legacy in health or housing. Only talk. Now, people, the most hardened labor right them out there. Who say free education? No, Michael Manley. So make we kill the education part. Who build the most school them in Jamaica? The PNP, PJ Patterson, even Mama P build school. What is Andrew Holness talking about? Who build the most road them on highway? No PJ, no the PNP. Sustainable roads. Sustainable roads. We had a road maintenance act. See, now I gotta pull up the man. Listen, people, do not be fooled by this lying prime minister. He is a bold-faced liar. I'm not afraid to say it. Him a liar. The evidence tells you that he's lying. You understand? Take a look at this. The Road Maintenance Act 2017. On the recommendation date, any monies held in any bank account in the name of Standing Credit Road Maintenance Fund shall be credited to the consolidated fund to be applied in the payment of liabilities of the Road Maintenance Fund which arose before commencement date, and the Road Maintenance Fund is then to be closed. 2017, now which government did that? So there was a Road Maintenance Act that the Prime Minister's government, Andrew Holness, repealed the act. Right? Look at this. An act to repeal the Road Maintenance Fund Act. Right? Be in act, Queen Most Honorable, blah, blah, blah. The act is to be cited. Repeal the act shall come operation. Then repeal it. Then repeal it. 2017 December. That they did that. Look at this. A dedicated fund for maintenance of main road network was established by the Road Maintenance Fund Act in 2002. That is the PMP. So the PMP had see? Look at this. What does this say? Funding is received from the Inland Revenue Department on a monthly basis and is calculated at 1/3 of the total collection of the island motor license fee. 2.5% handling fee is dedicated by the Inland Revenue Department for administration purposes. The fund is projected to receive an average of $360 million from this source. Disbursement of the fund commenced in August 2003. Ladies and gentlemen, percentages don't change. but the amount changes. All right? What does this say? At 1/3 of the collection of the island's motor license fees. So every single driver has motor license fees. 1/3 of that, right? And 2.5% of the handling fee is dedicated to the Inland Revenue Department for administration. People, the more taxes is the more money. At that point, it was charged now 60 million. As the years go by and more cars go on the road and people have road license and all of that, and motorcycle license, the percentage from it doesn't change. Sometimes the amount that you have to pay for the fee changes, which means the amount that is in percentage that they collect is going to add up to more. What did the JLP do? They repealed the act and then put it in the consolidated fund, ladies and gentlemen. Not my word. Documented proof. So when Andrew Onesa come talk about say the PMP don't have a legacy where roads is concerned, absolute rubbish. Absolute rubbish. Look at healthcare. Come here, save the best for last. Look at healthcare, ladies and gentlemen. Granted, we have always had issues with healthcare. This is the worst. And I'm talking about worse in, you cannot even compare it to no other time in the history of Jamaica worse. Did you guys hear? Let me give you context. Let me give you context, ladies and gentlemen. Let me give you context. Let me give you full context. Because Dr. Dawes, man. Dr. Dawes, Dr. Alfred Dawes, sir, you put it into perfect context, my brother. Let us go to this clip, ladies and gentlemen. Let us go to this clip where the facts are concerned. Did I post Dr. Dawes video already? I think I did. Oh, here we go. Perfect. A lot of you guys did not watch this video, but trust me, you missed out. You missed out. But I'm going to go to it. You guys missed out. You see this video? You see this video? Dr. Alfred Dawes declares Andrew Onesa government is the worst healthcare in history. This video. Yes. Let us go to this video.
People are living longer. Jamaica
Here we go.
administration when it comes to healthcare.
Yes.
A baby born in 2025
Yes.
has a lower life expectancy than a baby born in 2015.
Do that and beat with Andrew. You heard what the man just said a while ago? Do that and beat, you know?
And this is the concrete evidence.
Yes.
That this is the worst administration when it comes to health dialysis. The highest ever. You know, a death rate than 20.
Oh gosh, me have to go back.
Childbearing age.
Me have to go back.
And I have my receipts.
Yes.
To back it up.
Yes. The worst.
Because them love come after me.
Yes.
More mothers know, even though them boast how much money them spending on healthcare. More mothers today giving birth, and this affects you as the youth, the childbearing age. More mothers have a higher death rate today than in the 1980s. Babies today have a higher death rate than 20 years ago. And they're blaming the babies and they're blaming the mothers. What can go so? Comrades, under this administration, cancer rates are the highest ever. Diabetes rates are the highest ever. High blood pressure and stroke rates are the highest ever. Chronic kidney disease that requires dialysis, the highest ever. You know what has gone down? For the first time in our history since independence. And this is the concrete evidence that this is the worst administration when it comes to healthcare. A baby born in 2025 has a lower life expectancy than a baby born in 2015.
People, una here. Hassan, how you doing, my brother? Big up yourself. Carl, big up. Who else came in? Delroy, big up. Yeah, man, big up everybody. So, guys, you hear what the doctor is telling you, the statistics that he's giving you about healthcare in the 80s and now? Huh? This is alarming. Aren't you owners have the audacity to talk about that the PMP don't have a legacy of healthcare?
And this is the minor rate than 20 years ago. Even though them boast how much money them spending on healthcare.
Right.
More mothers today giving birth.
Yes.
And this affects you as the youth, the childbearing age.
Right.
More mothers have a higher death rate today than in the 1980s.
The mothers are dying in childbirth more today under Andrew Honest government than in the 80s when healthcare was supposed to be archaic. Alright? With all the technological advancements out there, we seem to be performing worse, ladies and gentlemen, than in the 80s. Presently, we are performing worse. Unbelievable.
Babies today
have
a higher death rate than 20 years ago.
Yes. Yeah, the baby them, the babies are falling left, right, and center under this government than 20 years ago. Numbers don't lie, ladies and gentlemen. 24 babies died in 25 days in Jubilee Hospital. And they blame it on the mother and they blame it on the fact that the babies were born premature. Like a premature baby is an automatic death sentence. That is what they want to sell the people.
And they're blaming the babies.
And blaming the mothers. Yeah. Terrible.
Can go so.
Terrible, man. Terrible. Terrible. But we're not going to further with that. So we debunk the healthcare argument. Him say water. Come on, bro. You gotta be shitting me. The amount of place where you know, the People's National Party has brought water. And when you look at how bad it is right now, in terms of the JLP is not using, what they're using is to sell people water. They're not building enough wells and those types of things so people can have sustainable water. Oh, by the way, one of the dams, I hear that one of the dams, what is happening is that the dam is compromised and is the reason why a lot of places don't have water. So the infrastructure that was already built, they are not maintaining it. It sounds familiar? It sounds familiar? We're going to move on. You can always improve on water access. You understand? But to say that the PMP did not build anything, no, that is a bold-faced lie. Right? You can't say they don't have a legacy of water. That is a bold-faced lie. I was listening to Colin Bell the other night, and the amount of things that they did for Portland, even when it comes to water access and people accessing water and roads and stuff like that, and building houses, like, stop it. Andrew own, and the people that was cheering, you're worse than him. Now let's get to housing. Bro, let me tell you something. If it's one thing you can't touch the PMP pan, it's affordable housing. How dare entrepreneurs with the Portmore? I keep telling y'all, I got family in Portmore. With the Portmore project, entrepreneurs have the audacity to say that the PMP does not have a housing legacy. Whose man's is this?
Hey, whose man's is this?
Whose man's is this?
Whose man's is this?
Bro, this man, oh my God. You know what? I'm going to move on, man. I am going to move on. This dude is dangerous, man. He is a pathological liar. When they say pathologically mendacious, mighty God, no, this is encouraging and I'm about to
Jamaica
play.
nice for the young people.
That is what is happening all over the
Listen to this.
Work that we have been waking up to the pain.
Big up ABR News. This was encouraging to
Blessed
hear.
morning, head boy, you live.
Mm-hmm.
Blessing sister. Me coulda never green dog. Me not chow.
Ha! Ho, 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 ho.
See him, sir.
I wanna tell the young man, the former guild president, I forget his full name. Yeah? But I wanna tell
That is funny, honey. That's funny. Oh my God, that is funny.
Wow.
him thanks for the endorsement because it shows you that the young people in Jamaica are waking up to the PNP, you know?
Definitely so.
I want to say, be encouraged and be of good courage.
Mhm.
The work that we have been putting in. Don't think that the people are not learning, they will learn.
Definitely.
They will learn. Yeah? When you see young people saying to the JLP on TikTok, you can keep your 10 grand, but give me my door key. Yeah? That is what is happening all over the place now.
Only hear that? The youth, them a tell Andrew Honest government to keep them handouts. A door key and car key. Them a pre. You see? I'm telling you something. The housing plan that the People's National Party have is so amazing on all different levels. One of the main things that's amazing is the equity portion that they're giving you. The cost of the house does not include the cost of the land, and you will own the land. It's not like when Desmond McKenzie did come out. I don't know if it was a slip of the tongue or he meant what he said, but what he said was that when the person dies, them are going to take back the house and them are going to take the land. Even if the person have the land and a for them land, once the government build the house on it and they die, they take away the house and give it to somebody else in need. At that, Desmond McKenzie said, I will not argue about it. You can pull up the tape. Too much video evidence there, then can't come for me. At that him say. If I know that him mean, at that him say. Good? Alright. So, with the PNP plan, we as the people of Jamaica will be given equity. The land portion. What that does for us is it heightens our credit score. A lot of you and myself is not versed on economics like that. But simply put, when you have a high credit score, it means you can borrow more, you have more leverage at the bank to go to them and say, listen, I need a line of credit. Probably have a business plan, you want to open one supermarket. You know what I mean? You know, you want buy a piece of land for farm. I don't know. Whatever business that you're looking to go into, right? When you have land, it becomes equity that you can borrow money against at these banking institutions, right? So in essence, what the PNP is doing is opening you up to major business opportunities, ladies and gentlemen, that can gain you unlimited amount of wealth if you play your cards right, if you educate yourself, if you get good financial advice. You understand? It's gonna open you up. And this is not for this is for the regular person, because it's an NHT initiative, right? This is for a regular person. All of us can benefit from it. And if that was not enough, the young men between the ages of 18 and 35, you're gonna get a grant of 500,000 to pay down on the house that you plan to buy. $500,000. Look, why did they do that? It's important to find out why did they do that. They did that because they understand that the first payment down on a property is the highest amount of money, and most people don't have that money up front. So the government said, listen, we're gonna give you that money. This is how we're gonna give back to you in a real way. Not give you $20,000 or $10,000. We're gonna blow it in a 1 and 2 day or 3 day, depending upon what you do with it. We're gonna give you something tangible. We're gonna give you a grant. This grant is only for you to gain more equity. so you can gain more wealth, generational wealth, something you can pass down to your kids. How many? I can speak for myself. I wish that Mark Golding and the People's National Party was in power from 2016 with these ideas, and let me tell you why. But not though before time. Well, let me tell you why. Let me get into a little bit more of my personal thinking. I don't want to start a family and don't own my own home. Alright? Us kids, children learn from their parents what to do, and they learn what not to do. They also learn from their parents' mistake in a way, like when they see the struggles that they go through, they say, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I ain't doing that. I'm not going through that. I gotta take a different approach. Alright? So owning my home, owning land is big for me. Big for me. You understand? So yeah. That is why I love the plans and policies where home ownership is concerned. Because if they were in power at that time with these types of plans, I was at the age at that time where I could have benefited as a youth, in the youth age. I'm past that age now. I could have benefited from that age to say, all right, I can get a $500,000 grant from the government to pay down on my home, my dream house. Guys, I would have been probably married already, and I would have been had family. I would have been had kids. I would have been had probably 2 kids already in that 9-year period of a People's National Party government, because they have opened that opportunity for me to own my own home and land. And if I decided to go into farming, I would also benefit from them as well, because they are pushing productivity, and the farmers are incredibly important in that regard where productivity is concerned. So don't let them fool you. All of my young men and women out there, all of my brothers and sisters, all undecided voters. Right? This is the train. This is the train of change.
Young people are telling them, no, we don't want a house like that, boy. If you're not a house, it don't make no sense.
True.
Yeah? If you're not, and I believe the young people of Jamaica have the chance to have the greatest transference of wealth to them for the first in the history of Jamaica.
True.
And the last time that happened was under Michael Manley, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Right, PJ did the Operation Pride, but when I say the transference, I mean where people can own. Remember, not go pay for the land, you know?
All right.
So, I mean where people can own. Remember, not go pay for the land, you know?
True.
And the last time that happened was under Michael Manley, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Right, PJ did the Operation Pride, but when I say the transference, I mean where people can own. Remember, not go pay for the land, you know?
All right,
so
then.
You are being given equity in your house as a young. Plus, you get 500,000.
Jamaica nice for the young people them.
Young
people time.
Young people time. And I think that we can't overemphasize how important it is for people to go out and mark them X. And not just mark them X. Because I hear people encouraging people to vote. Don't waste your time, put my side no bell. Yeah? Because the bell tongue drop out.
Long time.
Yeah? So the reality of it is this. When we look, there's over 150,000 persons who have not collected their voters' IDs.
Wow, that's a lot.
And I am kind of petrified by it. Some persons who did their enumeration, say 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah? Sometimes you might have moved from 15 years ago.
Yeah.
So when you go to the black book now, you know, and them start asking questions through the black book. And for your listeners, the black book is a book that comes down. Every PD has a black book.
Yeah.
The voters' information, them demographics, which part them live, them socials, everything. Them have all of the information on the voter. And questions they ask. So imagine this. The black book come down, but you can't answer the question.
True.
So to avoid going through the black book and the long lines, go collect your ID.
Please, everyone.
And that over the next coming weeks, I'll be pushing the collection drive. Go and I think there's a cut-off time too. So please go and collect your IDs. They're available at your local EOJ. And I'm calling on the PNP YO1 for the PNP to put the PNP YO and the Patriots at work on this. Yeah?
True.
So let's see the drive we can do. How much persons can we get to collect their IDs by now on the election? Yeah?
People want to hear that. Go and collect on the IDs. Alright? Go collect on the IDs, people. Alright, good. Alright, next. Ralph, Mr. Whoa! Raymond Price has a lot to say.
Reached out to me and say, hey,
I haven't listened to this. Wow, Raymond Price, MP candidate on Beyond the Headlines with the Deon Jackson Miller. Let's hear this, ladies. I haven't listened to this. I probably need to do a reaction to this. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's the brother Bolo VNR, and in this one we have Mr. Raymond Price on Beyond the Headlines.
This is an issue.
On Beyond the Headlines with Deon Jackson Miller. Let's hear this clip on what they had. What was the discussion? This is my raw reaction. I've never heard this. I'm about to listen. He says, is government using public funds to run JLP's political ad campaign? Very good question. Let's go.
What they're calling campaign ads, what I'm saying certainly raises concerns as well. On July 2, but quite a few other people have quietly reached out to me and said, hey, we need to talk about this. This is an issue. It needs to be discussed. Obviously, this is a problem that needs to be addressed. I'm saying that to say we do have a representative of the People's National Party joining us now, Raymond Price, caretaker for East Central St. Catherine. But I'm saying it in that way because, something I say on this program all the time. The JLP and PNP thinks they're them one in a country. In reality, there are many, many people who don't align to either party. That does not mean people don't have concerns about the political process, criticism, recommendations for reform, and this is one that was raised. But, Mr. Price, appreciate you joining us. Thank you so much.
And I appreciate Deon Jackson Miller stating that because I am really how should I put it? I'm really frustrated at people that think that because there's two main political parties that most of the Jamaicans are not feeling none of the parties. Right now the PNP is galvanizing back their base. A lot of people took a step back in the last general election and they just never voted. Some of them never voted in their lives and they don't plan to. But what the PNP has done great now is put belief back in the people, and people that have never voted are ready to vote. And they are ready to vote out and join us. So let's continue.
Thank you, Deon. Good evening to you and your listeners.
So the JLP's Marlon Morgan says this is not so. He's denying that there is any credence should be given to these particular concerns. I don't know if you were able to listen into the interview.
Yes, I listened. And the main takeaway that I have from what the senator said, and I quote, there is a natural advantage of government with respect to resources of the various ministries, departments, and agencies. I find the phrase natural advantage to actually confirm the concern that has been raised by.
So, Marlon Morgan basically tell the people, them say, yes, we are using our natural advantage to advertise us and campaign for us in the next general election through using the people's tax dollars. Mighty God. That's embarrassing.
Embarrassing. He needs some milk.
He cutely confirmed, in my opinion. I share the same opinion as Mr. Raymond Price. Let me play that back again. Very interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Wow.
To listening to the interview?
Yes, I listened. And the main takeaway that I have from what the senator said, and I quote, there is a natural advantage of government with respect to resources of the various ministries, departments, and agencies. I find the phrase natural advantage to actually confirm the concern that has been raised by the wider society, as you mentioned, other persons outside of the People's National Party have raised it with you. And I think in that phrase, as I would say, the devil is in the detail, that we have identified the detail and therefore the devil. Because democracy understands that there will be an election and there are always going to be a government and only one government at a time. However, to have a representative from the upper house representing the government confirm that public resources are being used for a, quote, natural advantage, end quote, even if all we in the People's National Party had was a concern or a suspicion, Senator Marlon Morgan has confirmed that those suspicions are accurate. And there's a difference between an advertisement and a public service announcement. There is an original responsibility for government to communicate. I give some examples of things that in this period, in this period you'd expect the government to communicate on. We've had unseasonal heat. We have an aging population. If an public service announcement had come from the office of the Prime Minister reminding persons over 70 to hydrate and to have at least 8 ounces of water every 3 hours, then no one could accuse OPM or any other ministry, department or agency of being biased. So that is one aspect of what I would like to say. And if the rehydrate scenario is not acceptable, we're more than a month into the hurricane season, and we have not heard from ODPEM or from the Ministry of Local Government or from the Office of the Prime Minister any reminders about what people should be doing, pruning trees and stuff like that. So I take the point Mr. Morgan makes that government has a role in terms of public communication. I won't mention the bell ringing because I think the defensive approach to the response from Mr. Morgan confirms that he knows that nobody outside of him, even within his own party, will accept that a bell ringing at an engagement makes it or gives it a political flavor.
Here's the thing though, Mr. Price, because for instance a colleague messaged me and said JLP itself in the past has complained about similar things done by PNP governments, and I am admittedly quite cynical about concerns raised by parties while in opposition when they did nothing to deal with the situation while in government. Yeah. So the question would be, we hear y'all bawling because you're on the wrong side of this right now. And then you get into office and then what happens? We say the same thing. So are we hearing a city statement from the PNP saying it's demanding an audit of all government-funded ads. It's calling on Jamaica to reject what is happening and on rejecting, slamming government reckless spending, and it goes on and on. But why do you not go further and commit to a position that if PNP forms government again, what action they would take to ensure that we don't have these concerns raised? Because otherwise it's just empty words.
Could I bring your attention to about a year ago, a concern was raised and a statement did come from the People's National Party, and then it was specific to social media. The scenario was that several ministers of government, when they're doing their regular minister work, would have excuse me a second.
If you're just joining us, this is Beyond the Headlines on Radio Jamaica 94 FM. I'm Dion Jax-Milo. We're talking with Raymond Price of the People's National Party about concerns about ads funded by taxpayers' money, government ads that are essentially masquerading as campaign ads. Our WhatsApp line 876-254-0693. Give us your first name, give us your general location. Yes, Mr. Price. Sorry, I missed that. Yes, Mr. Price.
Yes. So the concern at the time was about ministers of government while out on their public duty, live streaming through their personal social media account. And of course, platforms like TikTok and YouTube monetize views. So the concern was, are government ministers and officials earning through the monetization of their social media from, say, for example, showing up at a town hall meeting to speak to the residents about different issues when we have, for example, the GIS and we have the private sector media houses. In that statement last year, a commitment was given that when in government, the People's National Party would have promulgated a social media policy. I would say now that even upon...
Because you know that has nothing to do with what I'm actually asking you, right?
I'm coming back to you now.
Okay.
So now we have the July 2 statement, and based on the declaration by Senator Morgan that government is using its natural advantage with access to public resources through the MDAs, the ministries, departments, and agencies, I will, after coming off this program, go back with the shadow cabinet, that statement, July 2, the statement last year, social media policy, for a more comprehensive statement about when in government the People's National Party will promulgate a particular policy which will ensure that, especially this close out, there, you see, part of the issue is we don't have a fixed election date. So certainly there is a implied election date around, say, September 15. So if you count 6 months back or even 3 months back, that public resources will not be used in the manner that we have heard in the examples your station has played.
What you're saying now just underlines my point, which is that it's because I'm asking you now, you say, okay, let me go back and make us see if we can come up with a position. And I'm saying if you all were serious, this comment and criticism of what the government is now doing would have been accompanied by a policy proposed position. Does that sound right? Proposed policy position is probably better coming from the opposition. But so I mean, you might go back to your shadow cabinet now and then say, "Yeah, idiot, Raymond." When we go in office now, a full time. So
and I know they won't say that, and that's why I made reference to the previous one, September, that was specific to social media, and I think that we can expand that one. And the interesting thing is that if we put that in our manifesto, people will say, if Dion didn't ask price this, and that would also be fine, because the process is an evolving one. The other thing I'd like to mention is that the person that pointed out that the Jamaica Labour Party, when in opposition, had complained about the PNP doing that in the past. One of the references that came up when I prepared for this interview was during the process of renegotiating the IMF agreement, there were, in fact, government-sponsored media time where the Minister of Finance did a weekly interview updating people on the state of the economy. That, too, will have to come under review. The fact is, as the population evolves and looks at what is happening in other jurisdictions, they demand higher standards, and that is exactly what they should do. And we should respond to the demand for higher standards.
Have to leave it there. Appreciate your time.
Yes. So I appreciate what Dion Jackson Miller said, because it's something that is pushing for change. I also appreciate how Mr. Raymond Price was very, very honest about all of the things that was said. He did not beat around the bush. He didn't try to be a PMP apologist, although he represents. Dion Jackson Miller tried to suggest that, they're just gonna say, you're gonna go to them and they're gonna say, no man, you're mad. When we go in a power our time. And I can understand it coming from she having that position, because to be honest with you, over the years it kind of feels like that is how politics was. Once you're in there, it's like, you know what I mean? But it's a new day, ladies and gentlemen, and I don't know about you guys, but you can tell me in the comment section. I will be monitoring this particular thing very closely to see what the PNP comes up with in terms of policy, to make sure that no party that is in power can ever do what we believe the JLP is doing right now, which is using their natural advantage because they're in power to use public funds at the height of an election to put out ads and all of this that is pretty much campaigning for their own political campaign to say, yes, we are the JLP, this is what we did, and that's why you should vote for us, using our tax dollars for that. It should not happen. It should not happen, right? They need to go raise funds, independent funds, and pay for them ads differently. Point blank, period. Or we have the healthcare system under crisis. The roads are under crisis. You understand? People's way of living is under crisis. Every sector is under crisis right now under this government. Education is under crisis. We need all our monies, our money, our tax dollars, public funds to be used in the benefit of us, the people. Alright? So the PNP has to respond, and I know they are going to respond, and I'm waiting to hear their response as to what policy, a serious policy, that they're going to put in play to make sure that this, nobody can do it. Not the PNP, not nobody. Alright, so I appreciate Dan Jackson Miller for pressing that issue. And big up Mr. Raymond Price. You guys, let me know what you guys think in the comment section for this particular reaction, ladies and gentlemen. And remember to go ahead and follow me on all platforms, Bolo VNR TV, Bolo VNR Clips, Bolo VNR 2.0, and Bolo TBV. Alright? Alright. Yeah, man. We're on a mission for stamp out corruption. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. Oh, there will be a virtual this Saturday. I'll be streaming that as well. 4:30 p.m. Wow. Oh, this will be on Facebook. Okay, 4:30 p.m. Alright. Virtual diaspora regional rally. Very good. That's happening. Interesting. Alright, my people. But I'm not going to press this. I have a video dropping 2 o'clock. That's 15 minutes from now. This trip did not go the way I thought it would because my phone is giving issues. No memory in the phone. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it there, man. I'm gonna just leave it there. I'll be live later on here, just like this OBS, and we'll be streaming at 6 o'clock. I'll be streaming St. Anne Parish meeting. Lorraine, best up yourself, Mr. Delroy, Henry. I saw Hassan pass through, SAS 81, Carol in the building. What else? Winnie made blessings. Barbara, pick up Barbara. But my message is this, ladies and gentlemen. Be encouraged. The youth are waking up. PNP, YO youth rally was. But I don't want us to be complacent. I don't want us to take our foot off the pedal. You understand? Press along. Press along fully. Go and make sure that you look at all the policies that the PNP is actually, all the policies that they're actually putting forward and presenting to us, the people, that they are mandated to carry out in their manifesto in the next election. Communicate with the youth, all the youth that the youth that are working, those that are not working, even if you're an entrepreneur, like there's a plan for the entrepreneurs as well. There's a plan for the youth in the creative industry. You guys need to share these plans with the people of Jamaica. These are tangible plans. You understand? These are doable things. And the people of Jamaica deserves when they hear head boys say that what the PNP is planning is the greatest transference of wealth to the poor. hear what I said? What the PMP is planning is the greatest transference of wealth to the poor. The PMP is planning to give away the land to the people, increasing land ownership so people can have them proper land titles that already have houses and properties already but don't have proper land titles. That is one of the commitments, you know. That is one of the commitments, ladies and gentlemen. Right? So Andrew, he knows that it's time. His time as the leader of this country. He knows within himself, but you know, he's trying to save face and hold firm and hold out for hope that, you know, some miracle of a way he can win this election or you know, compete enough in the election. We're gonna refer that curse is already reversed. That curse is already reversed. But you, the people that are listening, you guys have to play your part. Start focusing on. Everybody knows that Andrew is a wicked. Everybody knows that this government is a band of thieves, top thief, JLP top thief. All right. Everybody knows that. What we have to do is, ladies and gentlemen, is share the policies that you're most excited about. I get excited every time I talk about the rent to own initiative. I'm paying rent anyway, and I'm almost certain, if I was paid this money that I'm paying for rent now as my mortgage, oh, that would be a hell of a house. That would be a hell of a house for that type of mortgage coming from the government. All right, so man, I can't wait. Boy, hey, boy, that's the only reason I'm like, yo, call the election. Fear up, let my people go. Andrew Owens, fear of the dictator. Let Jamaica people go. Call the election. If it's God's will for the election to be called before September, call the election. If it's not God's will, me just work with God, yes, sir. People look more.